Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Touch. I'm Darwin Campbell. The Morning Touch is brought to you by the Chaplaincy for the Homeless and the FSBC in Glendale. This morning, it's Monday morning. And as we start Monday morning, the goal every Monday morning is to talk about some instance from the Bible that will give you a boost. So my Monday morning quarterback this morning is a good Monday morning quarterback. His name is Daniel. And Daniel comes to the film room to give us hope and direction this morning. Because I want you to start your Monday with a boost. And the best way to do that is to look at a situation where it seemed hopeless. Look at a situation where all seems lost, only to find out that there is a rescue, that there is a chance for salvation. Daniel brings that to us today as we look at Daniel chapter 6, verses 16 through 23. In that situation, Daniel was thrown into the lion's den because there were those who hated him, those who wanted to get rid of his biblical, godly influence. And as a result, they told the king that Daniel was bucking the order of the nation, not to pray and not to bow down and worship another God, because the king and the nation wanted complete, absolute loyalty and worship to him. But he allowed Daniel, but there was so much pressure put on him that when Daniel was caught breaking the law, they brought the case. And of course, Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. Now, what I want us to note is that when Daniel was put into the lion's den in chapter 6, verses 16 through 23, he did not kick, he did not complain, he did not yell and scream, he did not say, "Mercy, mercy on me." He went into the lion's den, the cave was sealed, and the Bible says the king walked away, but he got up early, verse 19. He came to the den and he shouted for Daniel. And the Bible tells us that Daniel's voice came forth from the dungeon. He said, "King, I am here. The Lord has sent an angel," verse 22, "and has shut the lions' mouths that they have not hurt me." And the king was glad. Now, today, there are lions you face this morning. Today, there are spiritual lions that challenge you and want to consume you. What can we learn from Daniel to start our week? God protected Daniel. His faith made the difference. His trust in God made the difference, and it brought him blessing. God shut the mouths of some vicious, hungry lions and protected Daniel. As long as you know that God is for you, my friends, it does not matter what or who comes against you. That's the word for Monday. As long as you know that God is for you, it does not matter what or who is standing against you. What that says to you and me is this: we need to maintain our hope and our trust and our faith in God as we start this week. We know there are things out there waiting for you. We know there are challenges waiting for you. We know there are unanswered questions and uncertainties out there waiting for you. They are your lions. They are my lions. Oftentimes, we don't know where the lions are coming from or even what they want other than to consume us. But my friends, whether you feel abandoned, isolated, lonely, hated by others, whether you are in a pinch, in a crunch, your back is against the wall, you feel like you're at a dead end, you have no answers, and you know where to turn. No, you have nowhere to turn. Be like Daniel. In the face of destruction, in the face of challenge, in the face of having to deal with these challenges, in your frustration and in your depression and in your pinch, with your back against the wall, You quietly walk in to that den and you meet those lions where they are. You don't challenge them. You don't fight them. You don't wrestle them. You don't kick them. You don't taunt them. You walk right in with your head up and hope in your heart, trust in your heart, faith in your spirit, and you allow the Lord to work his measure in your life. Because God is here. The Bible tells us in Daniel chapter 6, he protected Daniel. He shut the mouths of the lions. He preserved him. And as a result, Daniel came forth from that den and met the king. This morning, as you start your week, our Monday morning quarterback, Daniel, says to you, trust God. He'll shut the mouths of your vicious, hungry lions. Have faith in God. He will shut the mouths of your vicious, hungry lions. God is here to protect us. God is here to give us his love. He protected Daniel. He will protect you. Doesn't matter how many lions are surrounding you, whether it's 1 or 2,100. You can face the lions with courage. You can face the lions knowing that as long as I know that God stands with me, nothing can come against me. Nothing can harm me. You say, well, brother, how do you know that? So many times in my life, I faced lions. They've been challenging. They've been tough. They try to take me down, try to take me out. But it is faith and trust in God standing in the midst of all that turmoil, turbulence, trial, tribulation, even facing what you think is the end. God is able to rescue you from the brink of destruction. Trust him. You've got to have hope. You've got to hold on to his promises eternal. That's what hope is. It's holding on to his promises. The promises that he says in Romans 8:31, that if God be for us, who can be against us? God shut the mouths of the physical lions of Daniel. God will shut the mouths of your spiritual lions that are challenging you. Start your week with confidence. You may be injured. You may be on the field bleeding. You may be at risk of being eaten by spiritual vultures. But I want you to know, God is not going to lay you out there and spiritually bleed to death. God is not going to allow not one spiritual vulture to take a plug out of you. God will not leave you on the field this morning. Start your week with confidence. Believe in God and allow him to help you through your challenge. He never fails. He never abandons, and he will never, ever leave you behind. So as we close, the Morning Touch is brought to you by the FSBC in Glendale for your encouragement. Be encouraged starting your week. God is standing beside you. Have hope, trust, and faith in him, and he'll protect you from those spiritual lions that have you in a pinch, that have your back against the wall, that leave you with no answers. God is able this morning. Go forth with courage. God is with you. We hope you've been encouraged today. I'll see you next time on The Morning Touch.